Hi there everyone, today we're taking a look at the latest UMX plane from E-flite. This is the UMX Yak 54 3D. Bind and fly basic, so in the box you just have the airplane and the instructions. You need to supply the battery, the charger, and the transmitter. This one is basically following on the heels of the AS3 Extra. It's just kind of a refresh of the airframe, as most of the features are the same, and I'll talk about those. Nicely packaged in the box as always, everything looked good. And I do recommend using this box to transport it around. Just under 17 inches in wingspan and at 1.3 ounces, definitely no FAA registration required. They do recommend the 150 milliamp single cell pack. I've pretty much gone to using these 205 milliamp single cell packs from my LiPo for all of the UMX planes, and that's what I'll be using for this one. There's nothing to put together. The side force generators are attached. You've got the brushed coreless motor, linear long throw servos, DSMX receiver. As I'm sure someone may point out, it is very fragile. Now the airplane is pretty rigid because they do use the carbon reinforcement and it's covered, so it's nice and rigid. It's good for flying, but it is fragile. It's very lightweight, so if you do crash it lightly, usually it won't have any damage, but if you plow it into something nose first, you're likely to crumple the nose, break some of those foam pieces, and you'll be gluing it back together. Usually it's very easy to fix these and get them back into the air, but just be aware that it is a fragile airplane. I do recommend transporting it in the box just because if it's sitting on the back seat and something lands on it, it's going to crush it. So keeping it in that box keeps it protected and will keep it flying longer. And the other thing you'll find in the box, of course, are the instructions. Right here on page 5, you find the different flight modes. Now I did go through all of these flight modes and demo them with the AS3 Extra video. And so what I'll do is I'll put some links to that in the description so you can check it out if you want. But this is all the same stuff as that. 5 flight modes, guys. General flight mode with heading hold on the ailerons and is otherwise just regular AS3X. And then you have standard AS3X, which is really to me the most fun way to fly it. So basically it's just the regular AS3X. You're not having any assist on anything. And then you have the 3 assist modes: hover assist, knife edge assist, and torque roll assist. And all of those assist modes definitely work. They will assist you in flying those maneuvers, and definitely something to check out if you get this airplane. Now, if you have a radio with a 3-position switch on channel 5, you'll be able to get all these flight modes. If you only have a 2-position switch on channel 5, you can only get position 0 and position 2. So if you go down here, here's how you alternate between those different flight modes. If you have a 2-position switch, you're going to be alternating between this one and this one. So you'll be able to do general flight, standard AS3X, hover assist, and torque roll assist. But the one thing you won't get is knife edge assist because that lives right there in the middle. You need that 3-position switch to get that one. So just be aware of that. If you do have a 2-position switch, you can get 4 of those, but you do miss that one right there. Enough talk about the instructions and all the flight modes. I think the best thing to do now, just charge up some batteries, head outside, and fly the airplane. Squirrel. And I did transport the airplane in the box. Nice calm day today, guys. Again, of course, as you probably know, this plane is best for indoors or a very nice calm day. I did fly it in some wind the other day, and it will do it, but you do have to keep that throttle pegged and keep it pointing into the wind or it's going to blow away. Very lightweight airplane. I've got that battery right on that Velcro strip and standard AS3X mode. I want to give you guys an idea of how much power it has early in the pack. It definitely has some vertical, but it is a single cell battery, so, you know, brush motor. Really responsive, very crisp, nice flying airplane. These little UMX 3D planes are always a ton of fun. And this one's nicely balanced. The battery right there. No trim needed whatsoever. You won't get any less stressful aerobatic or 3D flying than this. Because if you crash into yourself, it doesn't even matter. And it's a perfect day out, a little overcast, but just no wind whatsoever. And this guy just flies really well. And I'm right at 4 minutes now, and I've still got plenty of power with this battery. So these 200 milliamp packs, my LiPo packs, are going to give you a long flight time. And it's faded a little bit. It's not quite going vertical as much as it was. So we are starting to lose some power here, but still going. And again, I will put a link to those other flight modes. And we're at 5 minutes, still flying. Just a delightful little airplane. I think we'll go close to 6 minutes on this battery pack, guys, which is pretty good. And that is 6 minutes of flight. So I think it's about time to land. I don't want to push this battery too hard, so let's bring this thing in for a landing. This should be pretty intense. Can we roll it out on the mud? Sort of. Gotta work on those landings. Did you get a squirrel? Did you get a squirrel? All right, guys, with that, my LiPo pack, easily 6 minute flight time. And I've put a few more packs through it. So after I talk here for a second, I'm gonna give you some bonus flight footage. Very fun airplane, guys. It's similar to the AS3 Extra. I kind of feel like maybe it's a little more crisp, a little more solid, but overall pretty similar power, similar flight characteristics. And 6 minutes on that MyLipo pack is great. It's nicely balanced, really flies well. Nice, relaxing, easy 3D flying. So very happy with this. I think you can definitely get your money's worth out of it. Great little airplane. As far as those other flight modes go, again, I'll put the link to the AS3 Extra video where I show that. This is going to be similar to that, of course. Anyway, any questions or comments, guys, please post below, and I will see you next time. Dog. Did you get the squirrels today, Rye? You have a good time? Yeah? You tired? Oh, I'm going to have to clean those paws. I'm crazy, dog. Squirrel. Go get him. Right, go. Come on, Riley. You can get him. You can get him. You can get him. Oh, you were close. He never gets it. Don't worry.